ARESxGOD here, and it's time to talk about this latest episode from 86. And honestly, we have again a great episode, but also so much foreshadowing, death flags, and also big reveals, big secrets. Annette, some weird stuff about the Republic, Shin's brother. We finally have an amazing flashbacks. A lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get into it and talk about it. Now, after last episode, we have Shin blaming himself with what happened with losing people. They even lost more people. I think some of them even died off screen. Haruto, if I remember his name correctly. Raiden tried to comfort him, and they even said that railgun they had that destroyed them and forced them to retreat was kind of like a test, just trying out the weapon. And I gotta say, Shin's face when he admitted to Raiden that he found his brother, or that his brother found him, kind of a evil, smirky, happy, sad. I don't know how to put it in words exactly. The expression he had on his face was so freaking good. And now we have his brother coming after him and Shin going after his brother. And I'll talk more about that towards the end of the episode with that last scene. But before we get to that, Lena had a really hard time this episode. We found the special orders for the execution unit, what Shin and Raiden and the others told her about the spearhead unit, where everybody sent there to die, and how the 86ers are meant to be executed. And she instantly went to Annette for help, and it just started spiraling down and down more for her. Now, Annette instantly was the same, just trying to stop her from trying to help the 86ers, and I like Lena started fighting back a bit, so to say, not really fighting back, just telling her, hey, enough is enough. Stop, please. I'm here to ask for your help. I want to talk to you. We need to do more. And we just had Annette getting mad and kind of a meltdown, so to say, finally revealing everything about her, having my suspicions were correct and not correct. Because we find out more about Annette, her life, how she got to this point, and apparently her neighbors before the war, the revolution, everything that happened, were 86ers. And she was actually friends with the kids, especially the smaller kid. There was also a brother, and I'll talk more about that. Now, after the revolution happened, with them being called colored 86ers, she kind of started being bullied because she was friends with 86ers, and she took that out on them, so to say. She made a bad decision out of fear. She turned her friend away, calling him colored, and just pushed him away to distance herself from them, even though she cared for them. Kind of society made her into this doesn't excuse her behavior. She still made those choices. Even worse later on, but she was just a kid in that moment. She didn't fully understand what she was doing, but when she was older, that mistake and how she's feeling about herself now. And I don't know, my theory a bit, I feel like a lot of people I talk to, some people also feel, could it be Shin and his family, his brother, could they have been those neighbors? I don't know, that would be interesting. I would love to see if that's true. Maybe a Shin and Annette reunion to see how Shin would react to meeting her again, and would he forgive her? What would she do if they actually meet again? But this is just on the fact that it was Shin who was her neighbor there. Now, worse that happened after was that her dad wanted to take them in, as in the kids, the family. After everything that happened, she said no, and even in her own words, gave her father a way out of that tough situation. But apparently, they had a power to communicate with each other, sort of like ESP, not having to talk the same way as Sheen is kind of feeling the voices of the shepherds. Now her dad started experimented, and he was the one that created the Ray device, the way they're communicating now, especially in the war. Kind of like a boost in technology. Communication is one of the most, if not the most, technology or weapon in warfare. Doesn't matter if you have the biggest weapon, if you can't communicate, it's gonna be an issue. And they even started human experimentation, especially on kids. And her dad couldn't take it anymore. He actually killed himself. Everybody thought it was an accident. And this is where she started spiraling more and more. She took over the research from her dad, even the experiments. And she kind of hates Lena, or she says she hates her, but I feel like Lena is a reminder of something she couldn't be herself, how she views herself, because Lena is trying to do more than just accepting the fact, going along with society. Even though she's not successful, Lena is still trying, and she's a constant reminder of her choices and what she chose instead of what could have been. And that's why she actually tells her, you're worse than me, because you kept them alive, thinking of the spearhead unit, and I hate you. Sending her away, telling her, I don't want to see you, don't show your face to me ever again. Now, throughout the episodes, the first episodes, kind of portray them as being best friends, but like I kept saying, there's something about Anna didn't feel right. The looks she had in her eyes when spending time with Lena, thought maybe she was working with the Legion, something along those lines, but we see she's just a very, very broken person. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen between them, especially with Sheen being or not being the neighbor. This is why I like this series so much. The characters, their backstories, their reactions, their decisions are so good. The dark setting of the world. I'm having a lot of fun and a lot of pain with the series. Now, for Lena, like I said, it kept getting worse and worse, and honestly, felt like she lost everything, because they got an order, the spearhead unit got an order, and she got the order also for an insane mission just to go deeper and deeper into Legion territory. And yeah, she finally goes in to confront Jerome, or actually ask for his help. And we find out from Jerome that the Republic wants to kill the 86ers to keep what they did to them hidden, not to turn the world against them. So kind of a cover up. That's why all of the 86ers are on the execution. Or I feel like this episode kind of revealed a lot of the big stuff. Of course, not all of it, but just enough. I want more. I want more. He also said something very curious. Saint Magnolia, like their patron saint, the saint, was executed, and even Jerome is not a fan of how the society works, the people, the guys in charge, and everything. Feel he's in a tough position. Also, I would love to find out more about Jerome and also about Lena's father. I feel like there might be a lot more to that incident that happened when she was a kid. Of course, she met Shin's brother, but also who attacked them specifically. Was Jerome behind it? Does he know who was behind it? Was it simply an accident, or did somebody actually try and kill them? But that's probably gonna be way off. Now, she's not able to stop those orders, so they have to go through with the mission. She still feels very guilty. Everything she's trying, she's not able to succeed. Everybody is against her. She lost her friend, lost in front of Jerome, so to say, and she now has to lose the people she got very attached to. And she doesn't take her advice, because she told them, stop fighting, run. She can't understand why they're doing what they are doing, still fighting. You can feel how much both sides got attached. And Shin tells her, I have a plan. This was our goal. And what we do without it. Now, he is free to kill his brother, and she figured it out also. By their conversation, they're starting to understand each other much, much more. Now, Sheen also told her something very important, so to say. Cut all communications, don't talk to us anymore, you don't need to be our handler, you just have to survive, because the Legion is gonna come in full force and the Republic is probably not gonna survive, so you have to think of yourself. From this part, everything just felt like a goodbye, dead flags, like everybody's gonna die. Are we having a Game of Thrones, Attack on Titan? I don't know, just them going marching to their death in a way, and she was powerless to do anything. How much guilt she must have felt in that moment. Now, I don't know if she's gonna do something dumb. She's probably gonna do it, or drastic. Is she gonna be able to succeed? Is she actually gonna go to the battlefield? I don't know, but I feel she is going to do something after everything that happened to her this episode. Now, even more of a goodbye for the Spearhead unit. After the Lena scene, it felt like they're having their last moments on Earth, getting ready for the mission. Even the mechanic kind of said goodbye to Sheen, and all of the others getting their units later. Even had flashbacks, just nailing that pain, so to say, more of how the entire unit was formed when they first met, with how many members there were at the beginning. Only 5 surviving original members, so to say. Now how many they have lost the moment they decided to fight, not become as the pigs, or how they were treated. Just so pushing that who is gonna survive, or is anybody gonna survive. Even them admitting in a tsundere way, so to say, especially Theo, that they miss Lena, even though she didn't call them back in that day. But they don't know what Sheen told her. They're finally admitting in a way, like I said, that they grown attached to Lena. But yeah, just more and more goodbyes. They even had snacks in their units when they were getting ready for the fight. The last remaining 5 original members, so to say. Even the others around them, it felt like they're having their last moments with them. I really hope they're gonna survive, but seeing how this series has been so far, I don't know. I hope. A lot of good people and good characters have been lost. Now we finally get more insight into what happened between Sheen and his brother, because when they were kids, or when Sheen was a kid, they got a requisition order and also a notification that their parents died. And Sheen, just being a little kid, couldn't understand anything, why this happened, how this happened, and he asked his brother, why did mom have to die? And he had a mental breakdown. His brother Ray, I think it was his name, sorry if I'm not remembering correctly, he just snapped, like mental breakdown fully, just went after Sheen took her out on him, his grief, his pain, everything, and started strangling him. We finally get the full scene of that moment. It was just going in over there, just crazy moment, for lack of a better word, snapping, mental breakdown, however you wanna call it. I think it was a priest or an old soldier. I kinda got reminder of the priest from Black Clover. Felt very similar in their design, the way he looked. Was the one that stopped Ray from killing Sheen, actually saving his life, and the way he got his car. Just how graphic and how detailed that strangling scene was, the back and forth between Ray holding Sheen as a loving brother and also strangling him. That I like that so much. Now, the last scene of the episode after the flashback, we finally have his brother Ray making a full appearance, so to say, with him being a shepherd now, part of the Legion. He was the big railgun, the big unit we saw last episode. We now see him fully in his full form, and that throne image, so to say, he had of his face just distorted, glitchy, all over the place, insane, crazy, full of emotions, in his own fucked up way, for lack of a better description. Wants to make up with his brother, go to him, keep him safe now, take him. Kind of feels sorry for what happened and the way he took out his grief, or put the blame for for his parents' death on his brother. He wants to make up for that in a fucked up way. He's not the same person, or even a person in a way. We don't have a full explanation of how is it a copy when they're taken into the Legion. I don't know, a lot of stuff that we have to go over through. But overall, awesome episode, and I just want more. Now, I would love to hear from you guys. What do you think about the episode? What happened with Lena, Shin's brother? Who is gonna survive? That's my biggest question. Also, remember, no spoilers. Zero spoilers, please. This is not a series that deserves to be spoilers. Have spoilers. And let me know down in comments below what you guys thought about the episode. As always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.